Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Elden Ring. I planned originally on doing this stream yesterday, but I found I was kinda tired. I suppose that happens when you stream for almost 6 hours the day before. It's surprisingly tiresome. Well, you know, I worked an opening shift today, so it was probably best to get as much rest as I could before then. Meanwhile, my shift tomorrow is a closing shift, so really I can stay up as late as I want tonight. I can do as much as I fucking please. Now, let's see here. Dynactin asked, hey, so what's the game plan for today's adventure? Well, for the most part, we're going to be finishing up Ranni's questline. And probably doing Selen's, since some of that is also here in Liurnia.
Dialos's smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us. But I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you.
Yeah, Dialos is kind of a bitch compared to me, but at least he's, you know, trying to do better. By the way, we got 7 people in here already. If you guys just hopped in, be sure to leave a like on the stream. Our current goal is hitting 10 likes. Doing anything, Dialos?
A fool I may be. I can look after some
Yes, indeed,
jars.
the magical mystery
Do
tour.
you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow.
If only your questline ended here. So anyway, let's see. Will anything happen? Dialos is relatable. That is true. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck! That was fast. Shit. Fuck. Hello, child.
Oh, Cuz, I'm glad you came. But we're fine now. Dialos fought the poacher, though quite a lot of us got broken. I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior jar. A warrior.
Hey, man.
You. Are the jars? Are they all right? Did I defend them?
Yes, you did.
Then all is well. This fool proved his worth in the end.
A warrior, and then didn't expect hero. You did good, kid. You did real good.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of... Even if I'm scared...
That it is, my friend. That it is.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I'm going to be. One who protects everybody. The tale of... That's the kind of warrior... One who protects...
The poachers probably are like bandits, I imagine. Kinda sounds like bandit shit, you know? Hmm. Newman's room, Houselow's pedal weapon, Dialos' mask. Replica of a twin-tailed silver helm with flowery adornments, only without the twin tails. Dialos Hoslow had an older brother who was a stern, self-possessed man of few words. His achievements made him seem out of reach. I love interruptions. You guys love interruptions? They're great. Dialos Hoslow had an older brother who was a stern, self-possessed man of few words. His achievements made him seem out of reach. And so the younger aspired to be like the older, yearning for the day that he would tell the tale of House Hoslow in blood, knowing full well that it would break his brother's heart. Damn. And, is the whip description the same? Yes, I love when people are able to hear fucking conversations in my house because people feel the need to scream at each other. So anyway, Caelid, that's a place, right? That is indeed a location that exists. Let's see. It does make Juno's story much more sad, you're right about that. Well, I suppose their collective story is just really fucking sad. Maybe I'll do a whip playthrough. Not a bad idea, Dynacted. There are a lot of interesting weapons in this game that don't get used much. So, let's see if I can figure out where, what's-his-face's stuff is. Lusat. Flame Monk Whips. I don't know if I've seen those before, actually. I mean, I know the Fire Giant Whip. But I'm not familiar with the Flame Monk's Whip. Mother... Oh, I'm not dead. Hello, Lusat? Where the fuck are you? Oh, it's a... Oh, wait, I know what it is. It's the one you get from the prelate. Or prelate, however the hell you pronounce it. Yeah, sounds like it could be a very interesting build. So does anyone have any idea where Lusat is? Because I have no clue. Nope. Fantastic. Along the bottom somewhere. Oh good, so I have to go past the fucking red. That's lovely. That is excellent. Just a mage just out in front of where he is. I see. Fascinating. You know what's really funny to think about? This would literally not be traversable in previous Souls games. It's kind of funny. You did your research on the permeable current the other day for stream? Interesting. I should have known it was the other side of the Revenant. Is that death down there? I think so. Kinda hard to tell. No need to fight the Revenant. Well, that's good at least. Oh. Well, what do you know? Ow. Oh yeah, I did see your exposition on it. Hello, Lusat. How you doing? Kinda look like shit. Is your arm literally bone? Stars of Ruin. Not quite, but pretty goddamn close. Lusat is also pretty big. In the Ranala camp of big person. Legendary sorcery devised by Lusat, primeval sorcerer. Fires 12 dark shooting stars that pursue the target. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging increases potency. Doesn't Loretta use this? Or at least like some version of this? I don't think there's 12, I think there's like 5? Pretty sure Loretta fired something similar to this. When Lusat glimpsed into the primeval current, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. Holy shit! Did you know that Azure made the first Graven School? I think that was mentioned? Star Shower, is that what it's called? Interesting. Well, that is simply fascinating. Now we go back here. Now, if I'm gonna do Jaren's quest line, is that explicitly interlinked with Selen's, or do I have to go do stuff for him before I give this to Selen, before I tell her about it? It's interlinked, okay.
My apprentice, give me a moment later. I have a favor to ask.
Well, I got you your thing.
The form you see before you is merely a projection.
Ah.
My body lies elsewhere, but the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between, imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika.
past the plane of the Wandering Mausoleum.
Ah, the
Can you
Witchbane
make the journey
ruins.
to my body?
Yeah,
I
sure.
have something that I can only trust with you.
Do I tell her about Lusat's location? That doesn't interrupt anything here, does it? Don't need to just yet. Okay. Down to the Weeping Peninsula we go. Stone Sword Ruins. Do I remember where Witchbane is? I think it's this, isn't it? Huzzah! There it is, the tower. Finally I can turn to our home bathed in rays of gold. Oh yeah, so I listened to some cut dialogue from Godric and Rykard. Now the Rykard one was basically incomprehensible because it was Rykard. Okay. But Godric's thing about returning to our home bathed in rays of gold, it's like a whole saying. Ambush shard. One of the night sorceries of Celia, town of Sorcery. The Celian sorcerers were assassins, and it is said they often hunted their fellows. Well, isn't that lovely? Hello.
My apprentice. Thank you for coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something I need you
What
to
are they? It
look
just kind of looks like the somber smithing
My
stone
primal
texture.
Glintstone. A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you.
That's a thing you can do? Hold on a minute. Do you mind? Thanks. Just a moment here. So, like, this is a thing you can just do. Yeah, thanks for... Yeah, I've really been working on this collection here. Selen's Primal Glintstone. Well, this certainly does give lots of answers on things. Glintstone from within the sorceress Selen's body, seemingly half alive. Blood vessels are visible from within. In essence, a primal glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. If transplanted into a compatible new body after their original body dies, the sorcerer will rise again. My apprentice, do you think it distasteful? So, did the primal glintstone sorcerers do that? Actually, is that how some of these fuckers have been around for like 10,000? Oh wait, no, it's just because there's no death. Silly me. You good there?
Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care. Treat it what you hold is my very being. treated what you
Uh-huh. Well, that sure is interesting. I think they don't particularly care about the whole no death thing because they could do that anyway. You know, yeah, I imagine the Carrions generally wouldn't give a shit about that. Or is this only possible because the... Oh. Well, okay. Alright. Well, shit. Guess it's time to head back to the Carrion Manor. And get some things underway. Some stuff. The main event for tonight. The main stuff. Actually, before I do that, why don't we have a chat with E.G.? Talk to my man a little first. How you doing, E.G.?
Oh, there you are. Good of you to drop by. Have you heard? Lady Ranni has departed on her journey along the dark path of the Empyrean, from Renna's Rise, as she calls it. It would not have been possible without you. As Lady Ranni's war counselor, and moreover, her childhood warden, I express my deepest gratitude. You and only you were Lady Ranni's true
Okay, don't sell
champion.
Blythe too short there.
My purpose is nearing its end. I've served Lady Ranni for as long as I can remember. It has been a long and wondrous journey. Now Lady Ranni is in your hands. I pray that you serve her well, unto the very end. Lady Ranni along the dark path. Now, Lady, I pray that you...
Sure thing. Yeah, that is true. Jaren does kind of have morals that Selen just kind of doesn't. You know? Oh, we got 10 people in here. Hello, everyone. If you just hopped in and you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the stream. See if we can hit 10 likes. The Forlorn Hound.
Oh, it's you. It's me, Blythe. Old E.G. trapped me here. Told me I'd bring naught but bale to Lady Ranni. But there's no chance that could happen. I'm part of her being. A very shadow. I thought old E.G. knew as much. Honestly, I don't know what's going on anymore.
So, something interesting I learned because of a Smotown video is that if you kill Blythe earlier on in the game, he says it's not so easy to kill a shadow. Just something interesting to take into consideration about how the Shadowbound beasts work. Killing them might not actually really kill them. May depend on, like, them being in a certain state, or their connection with their Empyrean. But we'll learn a little bit more about Blythe quite soon.
My thanks, friend. I'm going to see Mistress Ranni now. I don't know what came over old E.G., but even if the odds are slim, I need to check the mistress is safe. Now, Ranni can finally set in motion the fight against her fate she's dreamed of for so long. I'm going to see Mistress Ranni now. I don't know what came over old E.G., but even if the odds are...
So, you... I mean, I suppose there could be more than one fate in store for a person, given how fate in this universe seems to be orchestrated by gods, who just decide to do things, but different gods have different agendas. and as such will try to orchestrate different things into happening. I suppose it's possible for Ranni to have more than one destiny. Did you guys have me kill Ranni's brother to allow her destiny to progress just so that she could undermine her own destiny? That's interesting. That's very interesting, you know? And mildly convoluted. Just a little bit. E.g., why did you lock Blythe in an Everjail?
Well, my fellow, how may I serve you? As war counselor? Or as blacksmith?
Yeah, if Shadowbound Beast can't die, that makes the Hunger Curse on Malekith even more horrible. It's actually questionable if that's something Marika actually imposed upon him, or if that is just something he feels himself. Why did you put Blythe in the Everjail?
I presume you've spoken with Blythe? Very well. There is something you should know. The Two Fingers gave Blythe to Lady Ranni as a faithful follower. Her very shadow, incapable of treachery. But if Lady Ranni, as an Empyrean, resists being an instrument of the Two Fingers, the shadow will go mad, transforming from a follower into a horrid curse. But such is his destiny. In such matters, Blythe's own thoughts hold no weight. It pains me so. But he must be neutralized. For Lady Ranni's sake. Lady Ranni, along the now, Lady, I pray.
Well, shame that I let her out. Or let him out. Anyway. I wonder what Celibus has to say about Ranni's journey beginning. If the dipshit has anything to say at all. Alright, you know, I forgot there was some stuff I kind of need to upgrade a bit. If I've got the runes for it. We'll probably be using this thing a bit. Oh, he dead already? Oh my. Now, how did that happen? You fucking idiot. Who do you suppose did him in? Preceptor's big hat. Large hat with the movements of the stars drawn on the inside of the brim, worn by the magic preceptors who serve the Carrion royals. Increases mind to the detriment of stamina. Glintstone sorcerers are the descendants of astrologers, a fact that the Carians remained aware of, even if their fate has been long severed from the stars. Interesting. It's quite a funny pose to be dead in. I have to give him credit for that. I feel like we've probably already gone up here, but it's worth checking. No. Oh, nice. Well, rip bozo. Well, you know, I suppose that explains, in one respect, why Ranni only says, tell Blythe and Iji I love them. Selphus is already fucking deceased. However, on the other hand, nobody likes that guy. So, it's not like she would have been saying goodbye to him anyway. Let's see here. Oh, hello. Nice. That's pretty good. Biggest reason to do so, this quest for the magic scorpion charm. Yes, I believe I've heard that. There isn't anything particularly notable around here, is there? Or is it up here? Ah. What do we have here? Well, this is quite something. That's a Nox. And an Omen Killer. Friend! Questionable. Time for head, then likely sleep. Oh, you. Oh, and some random guy. Oh, and a Finger Maiden. How long did it take me to catch up to One Piece? It took me like 6 months with breaks. Oh my god! Was this added in an update or something? Was this guy added in a patch? Look, it's him! The legend! I think he may have gotten soloed, unfortunately. I have not heard anything about this being here. Did any of you know this was here? Selphus's puppet, do not touch. Shut up, bitch. You are dead. You can't tell me to do shit. The legend has ended, unfortunately. It's the Finger Maiden from Radahn's boss fight. I thought she looked quite similar. Trihead. You people are degenerates. He got that sloppy toppy 9000. Couldn't handle it. He could not handle it. What a travesty. Isn't there someone that looks like that? What, the pot guy? Yeah, it's the famous player Let Me Solo Her. Guy that just goes around soloing Melania for people. Oh, this is Ranni's Rise again. Take me to fucking Renna's Rise. I mean, like a spirit ash summon? Not that I'm aware of. I suppose if you dressed up like that... Wait, yes? Which one are we talking about? Who are we talking about here? I am now confused. There's an actual pot guy spirit summon? What's it called? could use. Throws ritual pots at people. That's kind of funny. Snow Witch set. It's interesting how the inside of this hat looks like the moon. Witch's pointed hat, frigid and frozen through. Of a style associated with practitioners of heretical sorcery. Strengthens cold sorcery. Once worn by the snowy crone who the young Ranni encountered deep in the woods. She was a witch, and well versed in cold sorceries. It is said that the doll that houses Ranni's soul was modeled after her. That old witch was Ranni's secret mentor, and presumably Renna. Because, I mean, it would probably make sense for Ranni to model herself after a person and then pretend to be that person and use their name. Dung ahead, therefore crouching required ahead. Very deep. So true. And so, this will take us to the place that, you know, going through deep root depths took us to the Ainsel River main, where we've already been before. The Jar-Right puppet. Interesting. Simply fascinating. And I forgot. I forgore. I wanted to upgrade my weapons a bit. If I can.
Well, as war. Something.
Pretty sure we'll get some more 8s, so I should be fine. Upgrade the poker. Shit.
Something.
Okay, this. Amber Starlight Shards are believed to control the fate of gods, which is what Selvas planned to do. He wanted to control Ranni's. Wow, you mean the self-absorbed dipshit wanted to try and control the godlike person for his own benefit? Who'da thunk it? Selvas is literally a cartoon character. He is cartoonishly snobbish. And he's got a comically large hat. So, there's a doll we picked up when we came through here. Miniature Ranni. A doll resembling Ranni the Witch. From head to toe, every detail is perfect. Interpret that however you will. This unresponsive doll seems pleasantly cool. We can talk to it. I don't know why this one doesn't get the little light up thing next to it like Melena's stuff does. I missed this until people pointed it out to me first time around. Oh, looks like the doll's not saying anything. What a shocker.
Oh, a dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls?
Maybe a little bit.
Fine. Fine. I hadn't expected any soul to recognize me in this guise. But now the cat is out the bag. I cannot allow thee thy freedoms. Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Ranni the Witch is already sullied by thee. I will not brook disobedience in this matter. Eliminate the name of I will not.
Okay, whatever you say, I guess. Don't know what those are, but alright. Didn't expect anyone to recognize me as a smaller version of the doll that I already am. We got the clay men here, doing their usual slow stuff. These guys just seem to be more of the artificial life forms created by the Nox, along with Silver Tears and probably the Albanorics. There's apparently some cut content about them being created in the Eternal City. And here we're back in the old palace, English. Ooh, actually, ool's not really an English word, is it? Maybe an old English word. Ool Palace ruins. So Ool Palace is interesting because its architecture doesn't really seem to be that of the Eternal City. Wow, my crouching down had me avoid most of the damage from that. Goodbye. So it's interesting, some people suggested that the rocks these throw at you is just their shed stones from when they were a falling star beast. Yes, indeed, it's Elden John, as Quelaag calls him. This guy shows up a lot. We see him and his weirdly smooth and kind of strangely bent leg a lot. In fact, his proportions in general seem kind of strange, kind of weird. They remind me a little bit of Renala's weird proportions. This guy is seen in a lot of places. Notably, places that have a lot of different cultures. I do believe there are even statues of him in Turum Azula, which raises some serious questions as to who the fuck he is. Whoever he is. He doesn't seem to really be a worshipped figure anymore. Oh, I just noticed they actually melt when you kill them. That's cool. What messed them up from being normal stars? Maybe they are, get this, the space equivalent of the ulcerated tree spirits. It's just the genetic code of the universe having a little bit of an oopsie, you know? I could see it, especially given that they're like weird bug things. Or space omens. Maybe, but the omens seem to be more a result of the crucible which exists here on this planet. That makes sense. Thanks, I try. Now. Nice. Beautiful, even. They are, yes, they are quite literally bugs. Now, for some reason, this Miranda here does frenzy buildup. Don't ask me why. I haven't the slightest clue. See? I don't get it. Bugs are... Isn't that some kind of actual theory that bugs are from space? Reefer madness, obviously. You know what? I will give you a lot of points for that one. That's pretty good. The flame does infect all, but it's not taking the form of a flame here. It seems like the pollen of this thing is literally producing madness. It is a psychotic flower. Oh yeah, Fire Force does have that theory. You're right about that. I totally forgot. Man, I never finished Fire Force. I should probably do that. I would always catch up like every couple months and then just totally forget about it. Hello Cheryl, how are you? Welcome. I do not recall ever seeing you in here before. How you doing? I should finish Fire Force. Well, if I recall, what basically happened was I finished the dragon fight and I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's probably the best fight I've read this year. I don't care more. I don't care about whatever happens after this. So anyway, yeah, Elden John. We do a mild amount of analysis here. There are some interesting facets of his. Notably that there seem to almost be tree roots coming out of him. And he has these slabs with him. You know, perhaps maybe some sort of Moses thing. Commandments and such. Favorite Fire Force characters, Corona? I thought Corona was pretty cool. This guy's presence in so many different places that are like super duper fucking ancient and wide-reaching make me question a few things. Was he representing a person? A concept? Some kind of deity? I do not know. Elden John isn't as powerful as Patches? Maybe not, but still. Probably a concept. I could see it. But that still does raise the question of why is his likeness exactly the same everywhere if he's just a concept? I mean, maybe you could argue that this ancient civilization was that far-reaching. Maybe he was, what do I want to call them? The White Stone civilization's equivalent to Elden Lord? Could he be the god of Placidusax who fled? No, I imagine that god was whatever the dragon equivalent to an Empyrean is. Also, other races having Empyreans seems fairly likely if you interpret the Giants as being an entire race of Empyreans because they harbor the power of their god within them. They are vessels for the power of the fell god. If you want to interpret it like that, of course. Hello. Hey, it's one of these Star Caller guys. And what do you know? It's Star. Fucking mean. Fine. Dragons are definitely ancient followers of the Greater Will. Well, I mean, here's the thing. The Erd Tree is a new thing, but the Greater Will's influence in the Lands Between is not. The earliest recorded thing that we're aware of is presumably the arrival of the Elden Ring. The Elden Beast arriving in the Lands Between as a star and eventually becoming the Elden Ring. Oh, fuck! God damn it. Oh shit, now I gotta do that all. Do you mind? Wow, you are way weaker than the other one. Nothing? Well, that's kind of disappointing. Oh wait, am I still up where I would want to be, or... No, not quite. Shit. Yeah. What was I rambling about? Oh, do I think the Elden Beast is what broke Furu Mazula? No, because it doesn't have any gravity powers. It could have been Estelle. It could have been any other Malformed Star. Or, you know, Falling Star Beast. I think the reason that, this great sword, wherever the fuck it is. Yeah, the Ruin's Greatsword. I think the reason it's imbued with gravity power is because it was hit by a Malformed Star, which has gravity powers. This place has the same kind of architecture as Shifa River. That's not surprising, given that the Shifa and Einzel rivers are supposed to be effectively the graveyard of ancient civilizations. And this is, indeed, the remains of an ancient civilization. Oh, let's do a bit of a Dark Souls 2 and try to map out all of the civilizations that have come and gone. For starters, we have what seems to be the first civilizations, which I would say is the Onyx Lords and the Ancient Dragons, the Stone Beings, who I would believe actually predate the Crucible, because it seems like the Onyx Lords originated from meteorites hitting the Earth, as opposed to coming from the Crucible. There seems to be a difference from, like, stone creatures and flesh and blood creatures. It may even be possible that the flying dragons, the modern dragons, are effectively just the Crucible's version of dragons. The Crucible copying dragons, depending on how that may work, who knows. Or that was just the dragons becoming affected by the Crucible. Then we have this civilization, whatever it may be, and then presumably Furumazula. Furumazula may have been first, if humans evolved from the Beastmen, or they evolved separately. Not really sure. Those are probably around the same time. Then at some point we get the Eternal Cities. Some point. Yeah, I'm thinking the Eternal Cities were probably around then. Then we get the likes of the astrologers and the fire giants up in the mountains. And then we get the Kingdom of the Erd Tree. I would probably need to sit down and, like, write it out to get, like, a better idea of everything. I need to look at everything all at once to make something a little bit more concrete. The Wing of Asto. Sword fashioned from a delicate wing, suffused with the magic of the stars. Strong attack unleashes a wave of enchanted light. Crafted from a relic of the natural born of the void, who is said to have assailed the Eternal City. Yeah. So, the Malformed Stars. Those sure are a thing. And once again, I believe Astel, and it seems like a lot of other people are kind of agreeing on this now. The Astel is the name of the creatures, not the individual. This one is identified as the natural born of the void. The one in the consecrated snowfields is identified as the stars of darkness. They are two different entities, but they are both Astel. The Astel is the final life stage of the Falling Star Beast. So, here we have ourselves a different Eternal City, Noxtala, which I do believe we determined means night stars. And then what did we find out Nokron meant? I forget. I remember we found the meanings for both of them back during the Godwin stream. Oh wait, we got more Ranni dialogue.
Let us speak of the past a while.
I love that.
I was once an Empyrean.
What is that?
Of the demigods. Only I, Mikola, and Melania could claim that title. Each of us was chosen by our own
All
two
kids
fingers
of Radigan.
as a candidate to succeed Queen Marika, to become the new god of the
So an
coming
Empyrean
age,
is someone who can become
which
a
is
god.
when I received Blythe, in the form of a vassal tailored for an
Every
Empyrean,
Empyrean gets a shadow.
but I would not acquiesce to the two fingers. I stole the rune of death, slew mine own Empyrean flesh, casting it away. I would not be controlled by that thing.
By the
The
greater
two
will?
fingers and I have been cursing each other
Or
ever
the two
since.
fingers?
And the baleful shadows are their assassins.
I mean, it makes sense, you know. If the two fingers are able to create living beings in the form of the shadow-bound beast, it would make sense that they'd be able to create similar shadow creatures.
I turned my back on the two fingers, and we have each been cursing the other since. The baleful shadows are their assassins.
Good to know, good to know. So here we have some Nox. They are riding on the big ants. They like the big ants. Oh shit. I love aiming. Now this place seems a lot less colorful than Nukron. Nukron's got like a lot of purple and stuff going on. This is just white, like a very light blue. Radon and Rykard got overlooked for Empyrean status for some reason. I like how originally, when the game first came out, we thought the Empyreans were like a special state, like something beyond a demigod. But now it seems like an Empyrean, in some respects, is literally just someone chosen for godhood. Or someone chosen to be a vessel for a god's power. An outer god's power, of course. Now these people, I believe, are the men among the Nox. They sound and look much more masculine than the other ones we've encountered. Though again, notably, it does seem that female members of the Nox society are quite a bit more prominent, as well as the fact that all of the Black Knife assassins were new men from the Eternal City, so presumably related to the Nox, and they were all scions of the Eternal City, so all nobles. So, all women of status. It's very interesting. Yeah, the monks are the lowest caste and only males. We have a caste-based society here, I see. Fascinating. Haha. Thank you. All women and a perpetual little boy. I was referring to the Nox, or the Black Knife assassins, not the Empyreans. Now these things are down here. They're weird life forms. How much do you want to bet the Nox may have created them as well? I mean, it's even possible that the Nox created the giant ants as well. Unless that's literally just natural fauna. Do you mind? Every once in a while, I remember they got rid of weapon durability in this game. And I think back on what a pointlessly annoying mechanic that was. Your dog was going haywire with its squeaky toy. I missed that detail. Which detail? I like the Kaled creatures. They're big because they live near the Lake of Rot. Oh, you know, that makes sense. And presumably the ones that live in the deep depths are big because they kind of feed off of the Erd Tree a bit. More Celestial Dew, nice. Let's see, can I remember where the hell the map is here? I cannot recall. Ah, the Nox stuff, yeah. You know, they're a caste society. They're led by girl bosses. Men are inferior. All of the Black Knife assassins are Newmen from the Eternal City. So, you know. Nox, to an extent. Maybe the Newmen are like the highest caste. Because all of the Black Knife assassins are Newmen, they're all women, and they're all nobles. I mean, would it really be surprising if, like, the super special race got to be in the top caste and are women? We know the Newmen aren't exclusively women because you can play a male Newman. Which we are. I don't know if that says it on here, but, like, I'm pretty sure we picked the Newman starting background, so... Can I remember where the hell the map is here? I can't. I don't remember where it is. Oh, I guess we technically already have it all. I'm silly. I'm going silly mode, my apologies. So here we have some electrified silver tears. Fun fact, if you kill them next to each other, they will kill all of their friends. You know, if they're close enough. Goofy, shush. Here, watch this. Kill your friend. Get a load of this shit. Quite humorous, isn't it? Ow. Ow! Ah. Impaled through the head. Silly mercury or gallium creatures. That they are. They're silly little critters. What a funny thing to do. Tell me, is this a natty physique? Is this attainable? This is the male form at peak performance. So yeah, anyway. This place sure is neat. Quite small. You know, clearly there's not much left of the Eternal Cities. There's actually much more left of Nokron than there is of Noxvilla. And, once again, I do believe that... Ooh! 2 for 1, that's a pretty good deal. I don't think Estelle, like, teleported the Eternal City underground or something. The Eternal City was so advanced as a civilization, they had built through multiple levels of the world. They had built down this far. We have structures that are built down from the cavern ceilings. The natural born of the void just showed up, summoned its meteors, and fucking leveled most of the Eternal City up on the surface. It took away their sky by forcing them to live underground. Nice. So there's really not much left. You know, the Eternal Cities that we find are effectively whatever was left. What little scant outcroppings, you know that one part of town, that last little strip where there's like a couple convenience stores and everything, and then it's just kind of fucking, I don't know, highways, or woods, or desert, depending on where you live in the country, or what country you live in. Yeah, that's probably what Nokron and Noxtilla are. Just kind of whatever was left. Yeah, all from one goofy void critter. Which does quite a bit to power scale those things, huh? Boy, is that not representative of the boss we fight. Oh yeah, we got Nox stuff. Gotta read that, of course. So much armor. I'm so not used to it. I can't stop remarking on how much there is compared to my usual playthroughs. I'm not used to doing something this completionist. Ugh. Nox Swordstress armor. Armor worn by swordstresses of the Eternal City. These women are the personal guards of the Night Maidens and wear silk capes. So we have an upper tier. We have the monks, which are the lowest tier. Then we have the swordstress, who are like somewhere above that. And then we have the Night Maidens, who sound very important. Sound pretty high tier. Night Maidens. That sounds very significant. Long ago, the Nox invoked the ire of the Greater Will, and were banished deep underground. Now they live under a false night sky, in eternal anticipation of their liege, of the coming age of the stars, and their Lord of Night. I suppose that's what we become if we do Ranni's ending, though that was something that they were trying to create artificially. Presumably the Lord of Night would be whatever those big skeletons are. There you go, ant skull plate. The funny head. Huge head of one of the giant ants which inhabit the 2 underground rivers, used without modification as a shield. Excels at repelling enemy attacks. Giant ants are venomous creatures, granting a boost to immunity when wielding this shield. Well, isn't that convenient? Yeah, the Greater Will made him fuck off underground. Oh, you're gonna disrespect me? Get the fuck out of here. Wouldn't it be funny if the Greater Will was Italian? You come into my planet and you disrespect me? Go fuck yourself. Wish that shield was infusable. What would you infuse it with, might I inquire? Shield crash. You know, I think the explosions on these guys had a much bigger range before. I wonder. Oh, I don't have the stats for this anymore. That's kind of funny. It doesn't even interact with them. They just die. The bolt doesn't even fucking appear. That's incredible. Magical even. Do you folks mind? They just absorb it. Yeah, I guess, but they can't handle it. everyone absorbs electricity, technically. No, you don't absorb it actually, it just kind of passes through you. Most people cannot handle that, though. That will kill you. Oh, my ghost glowwort picker's bell bearing too. I realized something. The smithing stones have different descriptions. They vary. Yes. Smithing stone 2 through 4. Smithing stone is found throughout the lands between, and mining galleries built to excavate it can be found everywhere. Then we get to 5 and up. Mined near the foot of the Erd tree, these stones are said to have been used to bolster the strength of the royal forces. So this is why the guys that defend Lanedale are so good. They have stuff mined around the Erd tree. 7 and up. Thought to have been used to hone the weapons of the champions of the war against the giants at the birth of the Erd tree. So, very high quality stuff. And then at last, puts it at a Sax's scale. Actually, do the somber ones have anyone different? Nope, that's a bit disappointing. Would you rather fuck around with the Primeval Current or the Primal Crucible? I would prefer having cool body powers over being insane and turning into a rock. Archer Ashes. Oh boy. Spirits of archers who belong to the Fallen Hawks, a band of soldiers that once explored the Eternal City. Their arrows are imbued with cold ghost flame. Though their methods are somewhat crude, they work well as a squadron, firing a hail of arrows in unison at the sound of a war cry. Pretty sure that's basically the same as the other one that we got in Nokron. And what do we have in here? Nice. Though it is of note, Noxtala has a much lower cavern roof than Nokron does, generally speaking. It's a much smaller area. Oh, I just noticed the didgeridoo is part of the normal ambience down here. That's cool. Whatever could be behind this door? Nokron is vast. It's clearly a much bigger, well, more developed than this place. Though considering this place is right near the Lake of Ra, it makes sense that they probably wouldn't have built down as much here. Because, like, why would you? What if the lake floods or something? Ow. I can hear it. I can hear it coming. The ball. Oh god. Night Maiden and Swords Just Puppets. An old puppet crafted in the Eternal City. These sisters, members of a cold-blooded race who wield flowing weapons, became puppets of their own volition. So the shit Celibus has been doing dates back to the Eternal City. It's a very ancient practice. Though those girls are clearly sociopaths. Look at it go. Look at its terrifying splendor. Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me. I didn't know it could go so fast. There's a lot built under the Lake of Ra. That's true. That genuinely scared me. I didn't know it could move that quickly. It's the ball, the ball, the ball, not the wall, which you may be used to. No, 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 that's not the wall, it's the ball. I can hear the next one already. Oh god. Yo, was that Rolling Stones from JoJo Part 5? Look at this fucker. Pure evil. Yeah, the Blue Swordsman did do the Noxtilla dirty. So, did we ever get the Blue Swordsman talisman? Or did we never find that? I don't think we ever found that. I forget where exactly that is in Limgrave. But there was apparently a blue blind swordsman long ago that sealed away a god of rot with the help of 2 fairies. Now this is very interesting for a variety of reasons, because Malenia's mentor was a blind swordsman. Taught her the waterfall dance. Something that, moving water is very different, obviously, from stagnant, unmoving water. Like, no shit. But the reason that's significant is because unmoving water, stagnation, is often representative of decay, rot. Obviously, we have the Lake of Rot, an unmoving body of rot. The 2 fairies, if I understand correctly, Shifra and Ainsel are the names of 2 fairies in, I want to say, Celtic or Gaelic mythology? I believe. So whoever that blind swordsman was that taught Malenia, that guy... Whew. Also, it's pretty clear that I forget what it's called, but like the Dex starter class originates from the same place as the Blind Swordsman. They wear very similar garb. They have a band that partially covers their eyes. Celtic, Gaelic's a language. Okay, thank you for that clarification. Yeah, Celtic. Pretty sure it's a thing in Celtic mythology. Is this Ghost Flame? Looks a little too blue to be Ghost Flame. So yeah, it seems like whoever Malenia's teacher was somehow sealed away the Rot God. Like, a long-ass time ago. I think Ainsel and Shifra literally mean fairy in 2 different languages. Oh, well, that makes it even more obvious then. So, the blind swordsman used the rivers to somehow seal away the Lake of Rot. It was probably more so keeping the rot from infecting the rivers. Because, I mean, the rivers flow out pretty much from the Erd Tree to an extent. I imagine they flow out beyond into the wider world. Obviously, if the Lake of Rot got into the Ainsel River, that would be quite disastrous. I hear that didgeridoo, its little twang. Hello, people. You silly Billy. God, I love this weapon. It's so good. This is why you should not fall into the Uchigatana vortex. You will deny yourself amazing weapons. So what if it doesn't do bleed buildup? It's the sickest thing ever. And it's still really fucking strong. Oh yeah, so these guys here, they kind of look similar to the somewhat petrified bodies in Rykard's boss room. But it's kind of hard to tell what actually happened to them. Like, were they petrified somehow? Like, incinerated? Do the Nox just have really fucked up tastes in architecture and art? Probably, because, you know, it's a FromSoft game. But still. God, this thing's good for just taking out enemies. It's so convenient. Oh wait, I can use this to kill the Malformed Star in the Altus Tunnel. We may need to do that. Moon of Noxtula. Increases memory slots. This legendary talisman is a treasure of Noxtula, the Eternal City. This talisman represents the lost Black Moon. The Moon of Noxtula was the guide of countless stars. What is this exactly? The Dark Moon, the Black Moon, is such a strange thing to me. Is that the moon that shows up in the Age of Stars ending, perhaps? I mean, it looks like some kind of black hole moon thing. It's very strange. But that does seem to suggest that at one point there was more than one moon. It almost seems like this world has an actual moon and then some kind of moon outer god that shows up from time to time. Though this one seems to be more intent on atheism, just keeping gods out of the Lands Between's business. Which does seem to be the end result of the Age of Stars ending, is just gods will not bother with us anymore. We can do things without having constant cosmic interference. Yeah. Ow, ow. Sorcery has a ton of cool dialogue. He says, "Take no shame to fall to a king," and a lot of other cool lines. I'll have to look those up. Sounds pretty cool. Unsurprising, given the cool guy that Godfrey is. By the way, we got 13 people in here. If you guys just hopped in and you haven't already, just leave a like on the stream. If we haven't already hit 10, let's try and hit that. If we have already, let's try and hit 15. What does Celestial do down here? Unsurprising, it's where it originates from. It's a classic export of the Eternal City. Is there anything over here? Some big boys chilling? I respect it. You. Their appearance kind of reminds me of the big skeletons. I wonder if that's who they were supposed to be. Yeah, I know there's cut dialogue where Morgott calls himself the Elden Lord, and not the last of all kings. I'm sorry, but the last of all kings is a cooler and more impactful thing to call oneself, as opposed to calling yourself the Elden Lord when you're not. That is also a strong jawline on that statue. That looks welcoming. Shit, that almost looks like eyes. Looks a lot like eyes from a distance.
Even when I turned my back upon the Two Fingers, Blythe remained my loyal ally.
Goddamn right he did.
Though he was created a vassal for an Aryan, he was a colossal failure on the part of the Two Fingers, Blythe and E.G. both. Art willing to give too much to me, yet they both understand what lieth beyond the dark path, that I must betray everything and rid the world of what came before. Should I add thee to the list? Another one. Kind of heart. As kind of heart as they.
Sure. Now, I know that line there, I must betray everything. Some people use that as reasoning to suggest that Ranni was the one that had the Black Knife Assassins kill Blythe and E.G. But I don't really buy that, because, like, what purpose does that serve? The work is already done. Even if Blythe or E.G. were to actively betray Ranni at that point, it does nothing. As a matter of fact, us killing Blythe doesn't do anything. I didn't kill him in my original playthrough. I didn't know he was there. I didn't know about any of that, so I never went and did it. It has no impact on the questline. There would be no reason for Ranni to have been killed.
This form hath loosened my tongue. I've let slip too much. Forget what thou'st heard. Forget.
Say so. Now, before we head over into the next wonderful area, perhaps we should, figure out where the fuck that blue sword talisman is. The blue swordsman talisman, I believe it's called. Let me see if I can find where it is. Forgive the, 30 seconds of silence there. I was just very confused by something. What the fuck? Completely unstream related. Just confusion. Elden Ring. Blue, is it the Blue Dancer Charm? I believe that's it. Yes. Yes! Where the fuck is the High Road Cave? I do not know where it is. I have never been able to find it. Well, that would explain why. It's in a rather obscure location. But we should get that just so we can talk about the connection to the Lake of Rot. Yeah, I'm also pretty sure the Black Knife Assassins don't like Ranni. Not anymore, at least. Maybe they allied with her because she's the one that's supposed to bring about the Age of Stars. How the hell do I get down there? Like, seriously. I guess I go down here, but like... How do I get over that stretch of land? can tell Elden Ring's a gigantic game because I've just never been here. Incredible. Phenomenal, even. Wouldn't that spirit stream soften your landing? Oh, you know what? You're right, it would. Figure out how to land on it. If I can reach far enough. Where is this exactly? This is such a good feeling. Going somewhere I've never been in the game before. I haven't even really seen anything from here before. I don't think. What's even near here? Ah, I see. What do you guys think is the best region? Because honestly, Limgrave is a fucking contender. You know, none of the bosses are reuses yet, really. It doesn't really have any annoying stuff in it. It's got a lot of variety in terms of its environment. What are you looking for right now? I'm looking for the, what is it? Is it this? Yes, the High Road Cave. Altus or Limgrave are pretty peak. Yeah, Altus is tremendous. Ah. Oh. Notice this shit is super ancient. This is also the Whitestone civilization stuff. Exactly, I prefer Altus, but Limgrave is better gameplay-wise. I would concur. Everything feels so fresh and new in Limgrave. Ah, don't you love a vertical descent through parkouring? I love that. I also love when I clip onto the environment and somehow avoid, like, half of the area. For those of you that weren't there for that, what, 2 streams ago now? Was that 1 stream ago? I think it was 1 stream ago. Where we went and got... No, it was 2 streams ago. We went and get the Frenzied Flame. I just kinda clipped onto something and skipped most of the descent. Because I'm just that good. Accidentally. Shush. This place is fucking big. This is like surface level parts of the Whitestone civilization. Man, everyone really liked going underground, huh? This place is complex. My god. This is a great area. I love giant caverns with torches in them. I fucking love them. Shush. Obnoxious things. Die! Thank you. Ooh, nice. Pathetic sword ahead. Let me guess. People telling lies. somewhere here I can jump down? Try confidence, but here. Yay! Oh! How did this guy get in here? Shamshir? First I've heard of it. I think you can hear the bats clicking, doing their echolocation. Oh wait, I'm a fucking moron. That's just me moving around. Well. Shamshir. Curved sword with a thin blade of ample length. Lightweight despite its larger size. Its slicing attacks come in rapid succession. A devastatingly powerful weapon in the hands of a skilled swordsman. Interesting. Very interesting. I love how you can hear the bats navigate their UI. I know, it's really incredible the level of detail in this game. I was gonna say, I thought it might have been Millicent's sword, but it's not quite. Behind the waterfall. A classic. Oh. Thought there may have been something back there, but this is what we're here for. It's a big fucker. Oh. Oh. Show me the number. Oh. Oh. The blue dancer charm. This is incredibly significant. A cloth doll depicting a dancer garbed in blue, an ancient heirloom of some sort. Raises attack power with lower equipment load. The dancer in blue represents a fairy, who in legend bestowed a flowing sword upon a blind swordsman. Blade in hand, the swordsman sealed away an ancient god, a god that was rot itself. Isn't it incredibly ironic that this blind swordsman who sealed away the rot god learned a flowing sword style, would teach Malenia how to fight, taught her waterfall dance, while Malenia herself is the vessel of the power of Scarlet Rot, who will become the Rot Goddess. However, I don't think that's necessarily an irony thing. Likely he was teaching her that as a way to help her contain it. As mentioned later by Millicent, Malenia had to cast aside her pride to meet Radahn's measure. She wanted to contain the Scarlet Rot, but chose to unleash it out of desperation to defeat Radahn. That's where we are. Why was Malenia so desperate to defeat Radahn? There may be a reason that we'll get into later, relating to some cut content stuff. So Waterfall Dance is his fault. Yes. It is. If you have any problems with Waterfall Dance, you can take it up with the Blind Sword. Wouldn't it be cool if we meet him in the DLC? If we go to Helfin, we probably could if he's dead. At this point, we're just dumping into Vigor. God knows we'll be getting plenty of Vigor checks when we get into, like, all of the areas after this one. Yeah, I know where the Axe Talisman is. I've seen where it is after the fact I got it on a different character. Speaking of different character, I've been playing around a little bit with a rune level 1 run, I managed to beat Margit second try. Felt great. Felt amazing. Why did Radahn fight Malenia? No, why did Malenia go down to fight Radahn? Because Radahn was just there in Caelid. Malenia went to fight him.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Ranni the witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
I'm gonna kill those fucking fingers. I love engaging in combat with things. We should probably analyze this guy at least a little bit. So this is obviously Blythe, kind of. But he has the power of destined death somehow. Which means he's kind of like Malekith. These seem to be essentially phantom creations made by the Two Fingers. Also, the Two Fingers seem to really like making shadowbound beasts actual beasts. Maybe the concept of a loyal beast or something.
Fought. My thanks.
Yeah, beautifully fought,
more
thanks.
Of a challenge than I envisioned.
It was really
Now
hard.
I can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear. Tell Blythe and Iji I love them.
Discarded palace key. Wait, it should be right around here. Yeah. Did Malenia think he had Miquella? No. I think it may have been essential in what Miquella was doing. Because of the movements of the stars. A key discarded by Lunar Princess Ranni alongside her very flesh. Yeah, beautifully spammed. Opens a treasure chest passed down to Carian princesses. It is said to be found in the Grand Library of Raya Lucaria with her mother, Rennala. We will go get that when the time calls for it. In the meantime, have a mighty fine look upon the blind swordsman's work. This rot is ancient beyond measure. It is far below even the Eternal City. This area is great from like a lore and atmospheric perspective. From a gameplay perspective, this is literally the Swamp of Sorrow. It is literally the Swamp of Sorrow, but it's a different status ailment, a worse status ailment, and I guess there are less enemies. So yeah, Scarlet Rot far predates Malenia. Figured Ranni would appreciate that the moon's made of cheese. Oh. The River of Pepto. The Scarlet Rot has such like a cool coloration to it. It looks like some kind of diseased blood. Am I gonna get the Dragon Sword? This is a semi-completionist playthrough after all. Do I have anything that has quick step on it? Like, naturally has quick step on it? The TwitchCon ball pit. It's not a ball pit, it's a foam pit. The only way they could make it worse is if someone pissed in it. Instead, you just break all of your bones when you jump into it. Yeah, I gotta fight the fucking Dragonkin soldier. Oh, the Dagger's already got quick step. Of course it does. The Lake of Rot. A great lake of standing water downstream of the Ainsel River. It is said that the divine essence of an outer god is sealed away in this land. So not necessarily the god themselves, but their essence, their power. Maybe that god lost its power when it was sealed away. Who knows? Oh yeah, isn't there oh wait, I think it's down here actually. What do you think rot feels like? I don't even know. Oh wait, I gotta fucking shit. Fuck. Piss. Oh, you know what? I should equip some things that definitely have some rot resistance. Well, that did fuck all. Let's see, what has the biggest immunity? Kinda seems like these do. Even more immunity than the poop? That's incredible. Try these again, the Ronins. So yeah, this shit, oh, would you look who it is? Oh boy, it's Elden John. Way before the Eternal City. This is some shit, I tell you. This is not fun level design. Thus, is it really good level design? Is Elden John the rot god? No, because we see him in places that there is no rot. He's just in places that are old as shit. Which suggests he had some great... You know, he's almost as prevalent in these ancient civilizations as Marika is in the current civilization. I do think he may have been some kind of equivalent. He may have been an Elden Lord at some point, or maybe an Empyrean. I've also considered there's maybe a possibility that this is some sort of representation of the One Great, but like, only the Three Fingers ever mention it. Yeah, Dynacton, you brought it up right as I said it, is the god of being old. See? It makes perfect sense. That answers it. Did we get a new fucking thing? Oh. God, give me strength. The one true God. The One Great really is just capital G God. Yeah, that seems to basically be what it is. Who the fuck is that over there? Is that an ancestral follower? Buddy, what the hell are you doing down here? I have never seen this guy here before. I mean, I'm sure he's been here this whole time, but I never noticed him. How are you alive? Bro chose to spawn in the wrong place. Well, has anyone ever noticed him there before, or is this some kind of fucking glitch of some kind? Get back, you foul beast! Oh yeah, why are these guys here too? 'Cause Deathblood's everywhere. That's why. Fuck you! Get over here. Yes! There's a whole thing about how the pests down in the cloister used to be ancestral followers in earlier versions. How curious. Where's the revenants, rune bears, and eagles? Right, of course. It's not the complete experience. What, is Miyazaki slacking on us or something? You gotta give us the complete experience. Fuck all this waiting, I'm gonna get it anyway. Very helpful. Hold on, we're gonna wait to wake him up. Never been over here because why would I explore this place? That rot feels warm? It probably does. Probably feels like a fucking, considering all the fungus, it probably feels like a piece of fruit or vegetable that's just been left to rot in the sun. See, that's somewhat reasonable. Not. A fucking psychopath made this shit. So help me God. I know what that feels like. What do we have here? Nothing. Which word sounds more gross, rot or fester? Probably fester. Sounds like kind of a yucky individual if it were to be a name. Yeah, we seem to agree. Imagine it's like a sponge full of hot grease that makes you itch if you got hives. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't do tick damage as well while standing in it. Well, that would just be unreasonable, you know. As opposed to what we have, which is completely reasonable. Yeah, the surface does look oily. And this blood, these clots in here, they look like blood clots to me. They look like fucked up blood. Now how the fuck are you alive? Is it because of your death blight shit? Does death not rot? We got 15 people in here now. God damn, if everyone watching hits that like button, we'll hit 15 likes instantaneously. It's uncanny how easy it is. What's not easy is fucking waiting for this goddamn status meter to go down. Death wins against rot, I guess. Yeah, death kills rot. Though it's weird, because normally rot comes from death. Though you could say life also comes from rot. In the same respect, life comes from death when it comes to the likes of the ancestral spirits. Many layers to everything in this game. Many a layer. Yeah, he adapted, I guess. Half of the stream runtime will comprise of me just walking around the Lake of Rot. I am going insane. You can see it in my eyes. I want to destroy this place. I want it to burn to the ground. It fucking sucks. It has a vibe to it. Not a great one, though. Poison Swamp Lost Izalith, shrieked Miyazaki. Yeah, the Lake of Rot makes the Frenzied Flame justified. Now remind me, does this thing do more damage against dragon things? If not, we're just gonna cheese the fucker with Death Poker. You motherfucker! Oh, you son of a bitch. Fuck you. I'm not waiting this long. Do you have any soap on us? Can we make any soap? Yeah, we're soaping it up. That is the first time I've ever used fucking soap in this game. I know the Cragblade does that, this doesn't. Well, actually, the Dragonkin soldiers use frost. They use our flash freeze, so do they have any extra resistance to that? Whoop. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna jinx myself. The boss is weak to lightning? You don't say. Just a little bit longer. It's mesmerizing, isn't it? You know, if we discovered something like this in real life, someone would totally try to make some kind of national park out of it. And not like the preservation kind, the touristy kind. Even though all national parks are supposed to be preserves to an extent. Whatever, you know what I mean. Imagine if he's down here drinking the rot. That is disgusting. Ungodly. I had a glitch where the rot would build up even after I got out of it. I mean, that was just happening to me a minute ago. It stops if you soap yourself up. Just gotta get soaped. We definitely experiment with this rot. Okay. Hey, buddy. Ouch. Oh, are you splashing it everywhere? That's no good. Oh, Pater must work out now. He has decided leg day is actually leg night. Oh no. He is rejecting my heals. The bitch. I know, if I die, I have to go through the fucking rot again. Oh, you idiot. You dumb motherfucker. You should not have gone there. The only time that works for my friends? Ah, so you're the type of guy that works out with his friends. That's interesting. I'm not a workout person, so I'm not... I guess that's a thing people normally do. I don't know. Anytime I ever went to the gym with my dad, he didn't really have friends at the gym as far as I was aware. He was just kind of there to work out. Well, that went pretty well, all things considered. Why is this guy down here? I don't know. He tripped. He got lost and ended up here. The Dragon Scale Blade. Which I believe means we have almost all of the katanas now. A weapon made by sharpening a gravelstone scale, thought to be the source of ancient dragon immortality, into an unclouded blade. Alas, the Dragonkin soldiers never attained immortality, and perished as decrepit, pale imitations of their skyborn kin. Well, that's depressing. Anyway. He is the sauce boss. Quite the title. A weighty title. Ooh. Quack. There's another one over there, right? There is. At this point, we might as well just go back here, get all of our shit back. Yeah, that could have been worse. Definitely not the worst boss in the game. It does not significantly drag down the Dragonkin Soldier's placement on my tier list. They're still pretty solid. That wasn't terrible. Mostly because of the platforms having a pretty decent amount of space to them. What will be here? We gotta get all the items, even if it kills us. Me when the Scarlet Rot hits. Rot mentality, life born from death. Nice. Well, at least the loot isn't trash. Basically all I can say for it. I feel like Quick Step isn't even really worth it. You don't move through this much faster using Quick Step than you do just running. Why the fuck does my camera keep doing that also? Just because I'm trying to like look around and shit, it keeps moving up. Just kind of drift on my goddamn PS5 controller. Maybe, who knows. Imagine if he was the rotting Dragonkin soldier. Okay, then he would be probably the worst boss in the fucking game. Yay! Freedom! We'll be coming back this way anyway. And down here, for some reason, is Onyx Lord. Probably because this was maybe their civilization. Though, probably could have come... Actually, I think this is an Alabaster Lord. It looks whiter. It's an interesting sword you got there, buddy. Actually, you probably are an Alabaster Lord, but you're not using the Onyx Lord sword. You bitch. Are those tattoos or scars? I can't really Oh, yeah, Alabaster Lord Sword. And where would that be? I can hardly tell anymore. My god. So many swords. There it is. Pretty cool looking. Great sword forged from a blue-white meteoric ore. The blade conceals gravity-manipulating magic. A weapon unique to the Alabaster Lords, a race of ancients with skin of stone who were said to have risen to life when a meteor struck long ago. That could be the one that hit Furu Missoula, but I think Furu Missoula didn't exist until after the Alabaster Lords came about. Elden Ring lore really does have the biggest timeline of any Soulsborne game. I mean, Demon Souls seems to go back like a few thousand years. Dark Souls 1, the Age of Fire has only been going on for like 1,000 years. And then everything before that in the Age of Ancients is just nothing happening. It's kind of the deal with the Age of Ancients, is just nothing was happening. I suppose Dark Souls 3 may have a longer timeline. What the fuck are you doing, Maddie? What are you doing, buddy? That is an interesting life choice, I have to say. Very interesting. I just noticed how many runes I got from that Dragonkin soldier. It was a fairly hefty sum. Not too bad if I do say so myself. Which I do. Oh, does this not go back down? Great. That's fucking great. Whippy! Yeah! Ho ho! Oh! I just noticed what that is. You little fucking bastard. Oh. Save me, Elden John. Grim wrote about a second moon in the sky that broke apart and fell to the earth in meteors. Maybe he's adding his own shit with the moon and stuff? Could be. I would believe it. Drink your juice, motherfucker! My god, does Scarlet Rot last forever. There's an illustrated tree spirit down there. I don't particularly feel like fighting it. Especially since I just get a golden seed from it, and I don't think I really need much more healing than I already have, or will get. Start investing a little bit in endurance, so I can wear some heavier armor later. Want to wear, like, I don't know, the veteran's chest piece and stuff. It's really cool. I like having, like, a normal cape and then a bunch of feathers. The Grand Cloister, so... just to quickly remind myself, a cloister is a seclude or shut up inn. What? As a verb. Oh, they would cloister themselves. It's a place where you go and you confine yourself. You shut yourself away for religious purposes. This place having the Scarlet Rot and the pests here, definitely seems to be a cloister dedicated to the worship of the Rot God. But it's ancient as fuck, so they've been worshipping the Rot God for like an eternity. It's an apocalypse bunker, a religious apocalypse bunker, which means it's infinitely worse. Disgusting. It looks like mold. Which, I mean, it should, because it's like a fungus, but this looks like mold growing on someone's walls. You ever see that? It's disgusting. Don't mind me stepping on your tail. Oh. Alright. Nothing else here. You're quite annoying, aren't you? That is quite the fucking stance you take there, sir. You really put, like, your whole body into that strike. Shame it doesn't do you much good. No, leave me alone. Don't worry about me, I'm not causing any problems. Just walking around. What sort of super important thing would there happen to be in here? A chest. What insanely important thing is in here? It's like those padded walls in gyms. But it smells like penicillin. Oh my fuck. Scorpion's Stinger. More scorpion stuff. I feel like there's definitely an understated significance to scorpions. Dagger fashioned from a great scorpion's tail, glistening with scarlet rot. Ceremonial tool used by heretics, crafted from the relic of a sealed outer god. Do you think the Scarlet Rot God may be a big scorpion? That would be interesting. It would partially explain why the pests are, you know, bug people. Also, it'd mean you have an Eastern Desert Swordsman guy fighting a big scorpion. It's great. It's phenomenal. I suppose trying to ascribe physical forms, shapes to the outer gods is a fruitless endeavor, because they're unfathomable beings beyond our comprehension. To give them a physical form comparable to something we're familiar with on Earth is idiotic. But I'll kind of do it anyway, you know. Anyways, there's gravity lads coming up. Oh, I can't even use this anymore. How sad. Well, whatever, we'll pick a weapon after we're done here. Pick a weapon when we're safe. Yay! I love transporting myself by getting into rock boxes and then being flung down waterfalls at incredibly high velocity. Again, when these coffins open, it should just be a red liquid pouring out. Oh yeah, I suppose the Lake of Rot seems to move a little bit because it flows down to here. Yeah, it's 5-star travel. I'd give it a 5-star rating on Yelp. That's pretty good. Now, for some reason, there's just no Scarlet Rot down here, I guess. Inexplicable, if you ask me. Similar to the Ant Rapier, also the Elden Beast equivalent of the Rot Guide could be a scorpion ant-like thing. True! It's interesting to think of what the various representations or whatever of the various outer gods could be. Death God has birds. The Greater Will has an amoeba. Scarlet Rot seems to have scorpion, I guess. Bug shit. Now, since Estelle floats, this is probably not going to be that helpful. I mean, we might as well use this because it's ranged. Actually, no, we're probably going to want to be sweeping. I'd say the Death God's more fish aquatic based. Well, no, not necessarily, because Godwyn is kind of like a twisting of death, whereas the old original Death Outer God seems to be associated with the Deathbirds. Godwyn's new form is due to not experiencing a true death. It's a twisted corruption of death. What is this, compared to that? No, it's just kind of better, I guess. Okay, never mind. The poker is still supreme. So yeah, typical underground stuff, and then, you know, here's a big alien in your fantasy game. You can hear some of the similarities between Estelle's theme. Shit, my reaction time is too slow right now. Between Estelle's theme and the Falling Star Beast theme. Obviously, the skull is the same. Isn't it fucking creepy? Here's an aspect of Estelle that's creepy. That an alien being from space, a malformed star, evolves into something with human features. It's just part of, like, its natural lifestyle cycle. Also, it's got a big eye there in its skull. Isn't that lovely? It's got big old butterfly wings. I know some people have drawn a comparison between the Falling Star Beast and antlions, and that these seem to be fairly similar to them. You will notice its body appears to be made up of just, I don't know, star dust, planets, who the hell knows. Whoopsie! Hey, but we're not dead, so it's all good. There we go, I've remembered the timing now. Yeah, it's just all, it's like little galaxies. Fuck! I can't lie. The Natural Born does not seem strong enough to destroy the Eternal City. We do honestly beat it kind of easily. Can I jump over those, I wonder? I imagine the vassal beasts should physically represent the effects that their gods would have on the world. Oh, I somehow dodged through that. Don't ask me how. Ow. Meteor time? Meteor time. Now that, if it's done on a mass scale, I could see how that would destroy the Eternal City. or cities, I guess. You don't really have a phase 2 for your OST, do you? It just kind of loops the whole time. Does the whole thing. Fuck! Really cool, but really inconvenient to me. Whew, that was close. Hey Asto, how would you feel if I did this? Oh, he doesn't care. Fucking dick. You gonna teleport behind me? No, you're just teleporting like right over to where you were. Bruh! There's a darkness, should have been the phase 2. That would be nice. Nice and cool. Alright, I don't think we're gonna take him this time. Also, I like the rings around its tail. Like the rings of Saturn. It's just really cool. Didn't do anything. Anything? Oh, well, so much for not taking this one. He just let me kill him. Okay. Alright, cool. The legend. Yeah. I suppose the Natural Born's significance is enough for it to get a remembrance, but I don't think it's difficult enough. Like, there are non-remembrance bosses that are much tougher than the Natural Born, including the other Asto. So, the Remembrance of the Natural Born. Spooky, non-Erd Tree shit. Remembrance of Asto, Natural Born of the Void, hewn into the Erd Tree. A malformed star born in the lightless void far away. Once destroyed an eternal city and took away their sky. A falling star of ill omen. So yeah, Greater Will didn't like that the eternal city was trying to make their own god, their own lord, and turn away from him. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this funny rock and I'm just gonna fucking chuck it at you. I imagine the giant, brilliant golden form of the Greater Will turned into a very basic golden humanoid silhouette, just grabbing a funny rock in space and chucking it across the void, like underhand tossing it, like skipping a stone across the water, and then it just annihilates the Eternal City. Because that's what being God is all about, you know? Just callous. Oh. Ah. Fascinating. Well, I suppose we'll have to take a look at that, won't we? What am I doing over here? We got a remembrance to look at stuff from. Bastard Stars, the coolest weapon name, by the way. Flail which deals magic damage, having been imbued with power by the remembrance of Asto. Formed of the same many-colored star debris that comprise the form of the Natural Born of the Void. It's like I think I made the comparison before. You know I have to look it up. The spinny thing you put above a cradle, like a kid's bed. A fucking... a mobile? A cribmobile? A mobile. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that for some reason. I think it's just because I envision the one that's like the rocket ships flying around in a circle. He complimented its rings and it froze up in embarrassment. Oh, well, that would explain it. And of course, our Ash of War doesn't tell us shit. That's why I don't care much for Remembrance Ash of Wars. They don't give me any lore. Yeah, whatever. I guess we should go check on, Selen. Or, yeah, Selen. I find the lack of lore disturbing. Indeed I do. Especially when I'm looking for lore stuff. I want the lore. Give me the lore. I am not going to get an Ash of War with this remembrance. It is a waste to me. Do you mind? I mean, clearly not. I don't care. Hey Jaren, how you doing?
Ah, well met. I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here, of all places. You didn't know Selen, did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you. She was known as the Graven Witch. Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Rhea Lucaria's academy.
Uh-huh.
It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Selen lives on elsewhere.
In my
I'm
pocket.
sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought, but one that won't stop gnawing at me. I suspect Selen lives. I'm sure she'll.
Fascinating. Not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do with that. Do I go back here now? Will you be back here? Can you still do projections or whatever? Seems not. Where do I go now? Again, I can't tell if this is food or rocks. Food or... shit. It'd be really funny if you could just... okay, it's rocks. It'd be really funny if you could just be like, oh, here you go. The Grand Betrayal. If I were Selen, I'd be fucking pissed. Oh my god. I'd be fucking fuming. I'd be incredibly mad. Ah. There we go now. Now we go back here. Well, if that's the case, we're going to be coming back here later anyway, so... might as well go over to Ranni. And open the box. Dark Moon Ring. Oh boy. Am I blind or... yes, I am blind. Ring depicting a leaden full moon. Symbolic of a cold oath. The ring is supposed to be given by Lunar Princess Ranni to her consort. Oh my god, we're getting married! Ranni is an Empyrean, meaning her consort would by rights earn the title of Lord. A warning is engraved within. Whoever thou mayst be, take not the ring from this place. The solitude beyond the night is better mine alone. So, wow, Ranni is a real fucking tsundere, I guess. Or, I don't know, whatever the equivalent to that would be. No, you shouldn't go out with me. I'm into super dark, weird shit. I should be left well alone. But no. In the words of Gideon, the drove puppet Gash is a very... Wait, fuck, I'm not supposed to go here. Silly me. Puppet Gash, it's a very powerful thing indeed. And now we can go out here! Yay! Expect Ranni's divorce content in the DLC given this game's track record. You know all those fucking jokes about, like, Souls fans trying to, dodge their stepdad's attack patterns or something? They've learned their stepdad's attack patterns, so now they're gonna try and dodge it all. I'm surprised I haven't heard any jokes like that about going through divorce proceedings. Damn. My divorce proceedings sure are the hardest boss fight I've ever encountered. I think its moves are really poorly telegraphed. That moon do be looking brighter than usual. Are those giant starlight shards? I've been wondering what exactly those are. They certainly look like it. Anywho. Few things to take care of. We will save Ranni herself for last. Good, good. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, excellent. Lunar Estate ruins. I've only been able to find, like, that one hidden stairway. Oh. Hello, Mr. Boar. Ah! Haven't found this. Jump mine. Oh, nice. Well, now I know where to find that on my other character. Hello, sir. Oh my fucking god. That scared the fuck out of me. Fuck you. Kiss my ass. Damn, only at 2, that sucks. The Lunar Estate ruined, so I guess they used to have like a more dedicated moon thing up here. It was probably from when the Carrion family was a little bit more, successful. Not quite as down in the dumps. I was, until recently, very unaware of this thing being here. I really thought this whole plateau was really just the Ranni stuff, and then Electo. But I was mistaken, it seems. To think an Elden Ring area was just these couple things. It's actually 3 things. Silly Billy. I'm a silly little guy. I'm a little dumb idiot. So this place sure is funny. I don't know how many of you have been here before. This is Kelowna's rise. We must seek 3 great wise beasts, and boy, you would not believe the type of shit you have to go through here. So you may think, oh, I have to kill these guys, but they're not ghost turtles. Because they would never make you kill the real tortoises for this shit. Look at this thing. This is a jump scare. Oh well. I didn't accidentally kill any actual ones there. So that's one. And then do you know how far we have to go to get the other ones? The entire area. Quite the serious security put upon this tower, I must say. I wonder why. What could be of such great significance that you would make getting in there so terribly inconvenient? Also, it is of note that it's always snowing up here, but it's not snowing in the rest of the, Liurnia. It's probably because of the moon magic, and there seems to be something of a... Well, no, not necessarily. The snow magic is Ranni's own thing that she learned from Ranni. The moon magic, the lunar magic, is an inherited thing from Rennala, but that seems to be something that can be bestowed upon anyone, I guess, kind of regardless of what they primarily do as sorcery, considering, you know, there are only 2 lunar sorceries. One of them is just a better version of the other one. Yeah. Hopefully we'll be done with all this stuff within the hour. I can't imagine it would take us that long. Then again, my imagination could always be wrong. Oh, turtles here, that's our indication. Why do I keep calling them turtles or tortoises? It's 'cause I'm stupid. That's why. Easy answer. I'm kinda dumb. And in my mind, tortoises are just kind of a denomination of turtles. Even though they're not? Snow magic and night magic are both related to the moon and stars because they are cold and darkness of night. That makes sense. I would accept that explanation. The night do be kinda cold. Especially depending on whatever time of the year it is. Is it just me, or is there not actually snow falling in the area, it's just a filter put over the screen? Hold on, I need to see where things' relative positions are. No, it's actually snowing. Just because of the way it moves around when I move my camera seems a little strange. Yeah, it's interesting that, as far as I can tell, Liurnia seems like the only area where you can see the moon. Hello, Rosie. How you doing? I think it's the first time I've seen you in here. Oh shit, there are 2 moons. Well, there you have it, folks. I had never seen it before. I don't think. I had never been able to fully notice it. Well, there's your fantasy for you. One's a very bright moon, even though it's only like kind of a crescent. The other one's quite a bit darker. Oh, it also seems to be probably getting a little dimmed out by the Erd tree. Ooh, we got more of the dude from the elevator right before the Lake of Rot. More ancient shit. More connections to the Nox. Very few magic in this game is there categorized in a way that's more emotionally based than literally like poetry or some nerd shit. You know, that's fair. Hold on, Adula, we'll get to you later. Be patient. Oh yeah, I guess these ruins exist. Do they have anything in them? 2 moons like Ranni's 2 faces. Ooh, that's a good catch. I didn't think of that. Oh, don't mind me, Mr. Glintstone Dragon. Fuck, that's so stupid. What the fuck? Why? You need to wake up? Well then just like splash cold water in your face or something. Listen to energetic music, I don't know. Turn the lights on. From where? I don't know, your sink? Where, I mean, like, normally, like, if you wash your face off or something, you just do that. Where are you, actually, that you need to wake up? For me, I need to go to sleep, relatively speaking. I mean, I'm still not gonna go to bed in, like, fucking 3 hours or something, but still. Me when internet man yells. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna wake you up. Besides, I don't really like yelling, so I'm afraid I cannot do what you ask. I can't really yell on command. I'm not the type of person that can just yell. I woke up and found myself in your stream. Wait, like accidentally? Are you even subscribed to me? Have you watched any? Cause I've never seen you in a stream before, so I don't recognize you. Did YouTube just autoplay you into my stream? I think that's happened to people like once or twice, as far as I am aware. As far as I've been informed. Yes, they did. Well, fucking hallelujah. It's about goddamn time the YouTube algorithm starts helping me out a little bit. If only everyone could wake up to my streams. Who just died? Man, you just wake up. I'm fucking tired. Blink twice if you need help. Maybe I misclicked while sleeping? I mean, it could be either, I guess. Both are plausible. Though YouTube autoplay will take you to some interesting places. Are you actually, like, have you never seen anything from my channel before? Is this your first time being here? Because if so, that's, like, really funny. Kelowna's Rise. I will pronounce it a different time every time we come here. Different way. I'm fucking stupid. A different way every time we come here. It is the first time. Well. Do you like Elden Ring stuff? Because if not, that's 100% either a misclick or just the most random shit ever. This place has the exact same format as Ranni's Rise, I think. Almost. It's a little bit more complex. This is very similar to Ranni's Rise. And then there's the elevator. I would not mind living in one of these. You were watching Elden Ring before sleeping? Well, then it makes sense, I guess. This seems to basically be Ranni's Rise 2, Electric Boogaloo. So naturally, in a place resembling Ranni's Rise, we find Ranni's Dark Moon. The only other lunar sorcery. Legendary sorcery symbolic of the Carrion Queen. This moon was encountered by a young Ranni, led by the hand of her mother Renala. What she beheld was cold, dark, and veiled in occult mystery. The moon is so strange in this game. It's so fucking weird. I suppose it's because most sorcery revolves around the stars, whereas the moon has nothing to do with any of that stuff, I guess. It's very strange. And next we'll do this one. Woo. So, here we have what I think is our second to last ever jail. I think we only have one more ever jail after this. This one is perhaps the most significant. Elective, Black Knife Ringleader. Get over here, bitch. Sure you can guess who they are if you're not already familiar. You know what a ringleader is. that's the difference between her and the other Black Knight assassins. She's got Malekith's big version of 1-9. Ow. Ow. She is a tough bitch, what can I say? Oh my fucking god. Can't believe that missed me. Fortunately, low poise. Except during that attack, I guess. I suppose that's the exception. God damn you. Ah. Goodbye. Well, that went quite well. Electo's pretty tough. But now we get Black Knife Tish, who will be our summon for the rest of the game. Whenever the need of a summon is upon us, we encounter a gank boss, or it takes me more than 5 tries to beat any other boss, I can use Electo. Yes, I am familiar with Electo in Greek mythology. She's one of the Furies that punish humans for wicked crimes and is sometimes called the Goddess of Anger. Yes, that is certainly a very interesting inspiration to likely take Electo's name from. Tish was one of the assassins who, on the night of the plot, imbued her black knife with the Rune of Death and slew Godwyn the Golden. She was the daughter of the Black Knife ringleader, Electo, and was killed protecting her mother during their flight from the royal capital. So, now we get some names for the people that are members of the Black Knife Assassins, which we didn't have before. Interesting that they're related. I mean, if they're nobles, they're scions, and they're part of a caste, it's like probably safe to assume that they're related. You know how those... those aristocrats. So, since we have a shitload of runes on us, why don't we just bring Tish up to the max instantaneously? Tish was the deity who governed the fortune and prosperity of a city, its destiny. The destiny of a city. I wonder if the Black Knife Assassins have any relation to a city that has an important relationship with destiny. Fascinating. So, you know, ever since Mimic Tier got nerfed, Tisha's kind of like the undisputed best summon in the game. Yeah, not much else to say beyond that. Yes, I think I will delete 1/6 of the boss's health bar. Instantaneously. As our manner of starting the fight, I will delete 1/6 of the boss's health. Oh shit, I need more FP. How much FP do I have total? We have to invest. Well, guess that's where our points are going now. Adula! Reveal yourself. Hello, Adula's back from the Carrion Manor. They're here to defend Ranni, I presume. Oh shit. Well, that went fairly well. Ow. I'm kind of kicking your ass, I have to say. Will you show off the move? I mean, I'm pretty sure you will. I'm pretty sure you always do. So, like, yeah. But damn, you are not doing too hot, Adula. You can be a little troublesome at times. Am I just kind of over-leveled for you or something? I mean, I suppose that's a possibility. Yeah, you're a big fuck you, get away from me attack. God, that blue glow looks so good. Yeah, there it is. Oh! Oh, I know how that's one-shot me before, because I got hit by the blade and the frost at the same time. Ah, this could be bad. Oh, could have been worse. Later, Adula. You're really fucking cool for having the Moonblade. A dragon that summons a giant magical sword into its mouth. Adula's Moonblade, a great sorcery that I quite like. Sorcery of Adula, the Glintstone Dragon. Dragons making up their own fucking sorceries. That's cool as hell. Conjures a cold magic greatsword, then delivers a sweeping blow that launches a blade-like projectile of frost. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly. Adula, a devourer of sorcerers, was bested by Ranni and subsequently swore a knightly oath to her dark moon. Well, isn't that cool? It's very cool, as a matter of fact. Cathedral of Maniceles. Can anyone tell me what those words mean? I assume Manus is related to hand, maybe? Why isn't that a moonlight sorcery? 'Cause it's a frost sorcery. Yeah. What exactly is this thing? We've seen it in a few places. Is this some kind of like fucking sundial or something? Some sort of astrological tool? Something for measuring the stars? Tracking stuff in space? Yay! Make it go up again. boy, we sure are lucky we won't be encountering anything that'll really, need summons anytime soon. It'll be a minute, you know, we got a little bit of time. Get our Tish coins in order. I mean, what, like 2 more levels for it? Bowls are for catching starlight shards? Oh. I suppose that makes sense. I don't suppose I have something that increases mine, do I? Well, what do you know? Kind of like the thing under mine are air trees that catch dew. Oh, you know what? That's a really good comparison. What is Manacellus meaning? Manacellus translation. Oh, it means the celestial hand. I see. Oh, that was what Heavenly said earlier. Yeah. It slipped my mind. What the fuck was that? That was weird. Anywho, we got a nice hole here. I'm thinking this place was probably originally where Ranni was being prepared as an Empyrean to replace Marika. Because we seem to have, well, a lot of really big stuff. Stuff that would have been really big back before it was ruined. The Lunar estate, the magic tower, this whole church, they all seem quite significant. And here we can see Ranni did indeed slay her 2 fingers, which look weird. They're so much larger and ganglier and have more joints than the other 2 fingers. But Ranni killed the fuck out of it. She stabbed the shit out of it with the Finger Slayer blade. I don't know, she engaged in battle with it or something, however that would work. Why are these ones so different? Probably because they're the 2 fingers for an Empyrean. Not just some 2 fingers being given out to some nobody like us. These 2 fingers are talking to one of the most important people in the world. Thus, they are much stronger and more important 2 fingers. Though it looks like it could have had more fingers. Anyway, we like it, we're gonna put a ring on it. Also, yeah, you can see what Ranni looks like under her witch outfit now, I guess. It's a doll body. Sorry, fellas, no big anime titties on this one. The Twitter art has deceived you. What a convenient place to put the ring. I suppose the doll was literally made with that in mind. Bye-bye, I guess. But suddenly, she reappeared. In all her glory, and fully clothed.
So it was thee who would become my lord. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased, however. Thou art a fitting choice. I go now to the night sky. It is there I shall find mine order. I bid thee travel the path of the Lord, and once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
No, I wanted to see if I could see the ring on your finger. Oh well. Anyway, a legendary armament, the Dark Moon Greatsword. Legendary, not just in universe. A moon greatsword bestowed by a Carrion Queen upon her spouse to honor long-standing tradition. One of the legendary armaments. Ranni's sigil is a full moon, cold and leaden, and this sword is but a beam of light. As you can see, literally, it's just kind of like a thin sword. There's not much to it, but the Moonblade itself is light, like freezing light. It looks frozen. It looks like it's made of ice. It's cool. You know, the Moonlight Greatsword's always sick, so nothing new there. Anyway, you guys know what time it is. The work is done.
No. I'm part of her very being. I could never betray her. No matter what might happen. Ranni. She needs me.
Your voice is sounding awfully distorted there, Blythe. Yeah, that wedding could have gone a lot differently, especially considering fucking Grimm helped make this. Dead Black Knife Assassin. I believe there are a couple more dead ones around here somewhere. They came to try and kill him. Probably because us opening up the path revealed the fact that Alecto had been imprisoned, probably by Ranni, because Alecto probably went after Ranni after the Night of Black Knives happened, because they were like, hey, what the fuck? Godwin was supposed to produce the full Hallowbrand, not the half. What did you do? Oh, I'm in a Never Jail. Shit. Look at the flowers, Blythe. Think about the rabbits. Can we see him? Not a great look. Both literally and figuratively. Oh! Well, yeah. Holy shit, that's cool. Blythe, you're so fucking cool, my guy. This feels so fucking bad. Literally the only way to save Blythe is to just not complete Ranni's quest. Yeah, he was kind of posed like Malekith. No, it's if they're both the same type of creature. Shadowbound beasts do be kind of strong. Ah, fuck. Oh. I haven't had this much trouble with you before. Oh, fuck. I like the way he fights. It does seem so rabid. Oh, shit. Like, he doesn't even really resemble himself anymore. It's the eyes. The window into the soul. Without that, they're just not the same. Royal Greatsword and Blythe set. Greatsword decorated in royal carrion style. Favorite weapon of Blythe the Half-Wolf. The only way for him to not die is for you to squander his life's work. And that's how it goes for pretty much all Soulsborne NPCs. The only way for them to not die is for you to not help them do what they want to do. In defiance of the fate he was born to, Blythe swore to serve no master but Ranni. As proof, the sword was imbued with a cold magic at the moment the oath was sworn. We have Blythe's armor. Well-worn black armor of the man-wolf Blythe. Pelt serves as a cape, protecting from cold. Blythe was the blade of Ranni, but the cold bothered him anyway. Some people think it's a Frozen reference, I don't know. Blythe, who served as Ranni's shadow, was a loyal ally who would defy destiny itself if it would have him turn upon his lady. Nothing will stop the man. He cannot be bested. The Two Fingers would not have their way. Blythe would not have it. But it's a very unfortunate thing to occur. I mean, it does make sense. It makes sense why Ranni says Blythe is such a failure on the part of the Two Fingers. You turn him into a contradiction. He's loyal to the Two Fingers and loyal to his Empyrean. What? Did the Two Fingers operate under the assumption that their will would supersede the Empyreans? Who does the Shadowbound Beast actively serve? Who are they the shadow of? Not the Two Fingers. Let's see, can I remember where Celivis' basement is? Alright, let's see what's waiting for us down here. Thanks for complimenting my shield. I appreciate it. I don't really see anything down here that's supposed to be a new body for selling. Or whatever else I'm supposed to do here. Another secret wall at the back. Ah, I see. Hello. Ah, I see. This is why you had your thing with Celivis. That makes sense now.
My apprentice. Just how long has it been? Thank you. You've helped me fill a new body once again. And it's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, a snug fit for my primal glintstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles. Finally, I can return to the Academy, to expel the Karian royal family, and restore the primeval current.
Good luck.
My dear apprentice. I owe this all to you. Finally, I can return to expel...
Good fucking luck with that one. AEG. Everything is complete. Also, Blythe is dead.
Well, my fellows war comes. Unthinkable. How could Blythe? How did he break free from his cell?
Oh, I let him out.
No. More importantly, Blythe became a curse that plagued Lady Ranni. Yet even in madness,
What the
gave
fuck is the
himself to
skybox
her.
doing?
I've made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blythe. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
Let me buy this since it will become unavailable.
Something.
So considering Blythe was a shadowbound beast and an artificial being, and also he was technically kind of betraying the Two Fingers, he probably experienced a true death, and EG probably did too. EG's bell bearing and EG's mirror helm. What the hell even is it? Helm fashioned from a crystal looking glass, said to have never left War Counselor EG's head. Easily broken and weak against striking attacks. Worn by those committed to high treason, it wards off the intervention of the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. EG was afraid, terrified of his own treachery. So EG was worried he would end up like how he thought Blythe would end up. Greater Will would take control of him or something and force him to betray Ranni. That was the thing he was most afraid of. It's also notably similar to the Nox Mirror Helm. Worn by those committed to high treason, it wards off the intervention of the Greater Will and its vassal fingers. So yeah, presumably it was modeled after this. I mean, shit. They went and got the Finger Slayer blade from the Nox. This is just a continuation of the Eternal City's rebellion against the Greater Will in order to bring about the Lord of Night in the Age of Stars. Isn't that fun? Anyway, I believe the last thing we'll do this stream is here. No. Do those helms glow in Round Table Hold? We'll have to test that out. We will assist Selen for lore. Even though Jaren's cool and all, we gotta help out our teacher, our boss.
Jaren, bringer of my death. You have my gratitude for freeing me.
Hey, you also use magic. What the hell?
Join the team to reflect on your mistake.
Sorry, man. Eccentric set. I've never gotten this before because I've never completed Selen's quest line. Eccentric's hood. A pointy, ragged hood worn by the Knight Jaren. The hood hides an aged, bearded mask. Jaren served General Radahn as a guest commander, and they are said to have sworn an oath of honorable death to one another. Oh, you're only half an hour before me. And will the Eccentric's armor say the same? Jaren preferred a nomadic existence, but after spending time as a guest of the Carrion Royals, he became a guest commander for General Radahn. And for the first time, the restless Rumbleweed would be bound by honorable oath. Well, I guess he did have some kind of connection to Carrions at one point or another. So his connection to Radahn kind of goes way back. They didn't just hire some random guy to kill him.
Ah, my apprentice. You've saved my skin once again. Do you see this? The Queen of Caria is no more.
I kind of doubt that.
With the body of Master Azure returned, the Academy can restore the primeval current, so that we, fallen children of the stars, might beam with brilliance once again. My apprentice, will you stay with us, here at the Academy? Oh, I know it's not possible. You have your own calling, to be the next Elden Lord. But do think of me, of your teacher. On the eve of your crowning, you will always be my darling pupil. Rest assured that no, the entire Academy will swear allegiance to the new monarch, my apprentice. Become Elden Lord.
Sure thing.
Perhaps I'm jumping ahead, but
you pushed her 5 feet to the left.
And the Academy's.
Ah, Glintstone Crown.
Do you recall what once I told you? That Glintstone is the amber of the cosmos, and sorcery is the study of the stars. And
that sounds really specific. I don't recall that.
When you become Elden Lord, please illuminate me. Lay bare the secrets of life which course the Elden Ring.
Oh, there are certainly quite a few, aren't they?
I will be your student.
Ho ho ho, interesting having Radigan in the background for that one, huh? Yeah. Let's take a look at that crease. Wherever it is. Oh yeah, I did notice that you're back there. Welcome. We'll be finishing things up quite soon. That's right here. Ritual Blade once presented to Lanedell by the Academy of Raya to celebrate their newfound peace. Though the weapon is embedded with precious glintstones and featuring Erdtree ornamentation, the undulating blade is symbolic of an ancient ritual. What, some kind of fucking sacrificial ritual? Typical stuff.
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah?
If you fail to claim your throne, you can always pay me a visit.
Sure thing.
Oh, don't fret. Even my dullest pupils will always have a place here.
It would have been nice if fucking Thaps was still here for that.
It warms my heart that you still think of me. Yet I still yearn for you to find Master Lusat. His body is needed.
Yeah, I know where it is. What do I get out of telling her? I know how her quest line ends. Do I want to tell her? We need the lore, don't we? We're here for lore, are we not? How would anyone know that Jaren would be attached to her quest? You don't. He just shows up when you get informed that she's fucking dead. And he's just there. I don't know if I feel like ending off the night on the sour note of the end of Selen's quest line. What time is it? Just a little after 11, so we just took a little bit longer than I expected. To be fair, I kind of expected to go over it. It's true, we can just read the lore. Tater, I wasn't the one getting yelled at to do laundry. That was someone else. I don't get yelled at for doing those things. Let's see. What do we get out of the selling quest line? Someone gets exactly what she wants? I mean, I guess. Do you always stream? I stream pretty frequently. Which is Glintstone Crown? One of the Glintstone Crowns bestowed upon Raya scholars whose pursuits were deemed worthy. Increases intelligence and arcane to the detriment of stamina. This gentle-looking crown was granted to a scholar who excelled in her studies, which also merited the title of a witch. So is she the only... I mean, I guess it makes sense why we never see anyone else that has that crown. She's the only one that got it. But who's it based off of? Let's see. Azur's set. The Glintstone Crown of Azur. Crown of Azur, primeval current sorcerer, set with a prominent blue-green glintstone. This crown replaced Azur's brain and skull altogether, and now, removed from his body, it is all but dead. What power remains within raises the potency of Azur's primeval current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. Jesus fucking Christ. What about his robes? Since the Grand Masters Azur and Lusat were driven from the Academy, no one has achieved their formerly held rank. Oh, these guys were Grand Masters of the Academy. No one's become Grand Master since. That's crazy. Oh, the mask is of Ranni because she's the full moon witch. I guess, but there's a portrait of the person who Selen's crown is based off of, and then there's also a portrait of Ranni. They're different people. Then there's Lusat's set. Let's see. Will its description be essentially the same? Giant blue glintstone crown worn by Lusat primeval sorcerer. This crown replaced Lusat's brain and body, brain and skull all together. Okay, yeah, it is basically the same. Now what does its robe say? Basically the same thing. Fantastic. Well, there you go. We've completed all the glintstone shit for this game, essentially, to the point that I want to. Because I don't want Selen to fucking die. Lusat is a primeval current sorcerer. He's a guy that's got like a big sphere crystal for a head now. Well, folks, I suppose that's all for today's stream. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already, I'll be back on Thursday, and we'll be doing everyone's favorite or second favorite area, the mountaintops of the giants. Hope you're all looking forward to it. I kinda am. A lot of interesting shit there. So there'll be plenty to talk about. But yeah, till next time, I'll see you guys around. Take care. Bye-bye.